It's not even as cold right here. Do you think?
No.
Like I'm not. Like it was much colder down there than it was here.
I think so.
Maybe
too.
because all the wind is coming from right over there, and it's just blocking us. Cause it's. I mean, I'm nowhere near as cold here. I'm actually kind of getting a little hot.
Yeah, it's definitely at least the wind block something.
Yeah, something's going on. All right. Nomad Rods.
Nomad Rods.
What the hell is that?
Well, it started out as a hobby. And they just building, have something to do in the wintertime. So I started getting into building my own rods. Once again, my brother kind of turned me on doing that. So
here's a Nomad rod.
One right here too.
Here's another one right here. I got a whole rod locker full of them actually. And I got a couple more in the barrel, about to be made.
Well, yeah, we had the conversation about fishing getting so expensive anymore, and I'm used to fishing G Loomis rods. That's all I ever owned was G Loomis and Shimano paired together, and go buy a NRX today with a Shimano reel and see what you get as far as money into one of those.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
It's almost $1,000 for an outfit, Unreal. So, started building my own. And, one of the good things about a custom rod, you build it yourself, you can tailor it exactly the way you want it. It's like Burger King, right?
Yeah.
The way you want it. Any way you want it, man.
I could go for some Burger King right now.
Sounds pretty good, actually. And the other thing, the blanks that you can buy online right now are just as good and sensitive. You spend what you want on one. But the ones that I like building are just as sensitive and just as good of a blank. Got a lifetime warranty.
Yeah.
As any you want to go buy off the shelf somewhere. Plus, like I said, they're tailor-made to whatever color, whatever action, whatever you want.
Yeah, so if someone wanted one of these rods, what would be the best thing for them to do? Contact me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or
Absolutely.
Damon also. I think he's on not YouTube, but the other two.
I just like watching YouTube. I don't have a YouTube channel. It doesn't myself, so. Yeah, if you're interested in a custom rod, built exactly the way you want one, and anything you can think of, any color, whatever, and you don't want to spend a fortune.
You can get Damon. I know for a fact can build a heck of a rod for $150.
Yeah.
And I mean, like if you typically spend $200 on a rod, I mean, or more, I can almost promise you that the rod he'll build you will be better. He made me a flipping pole. It's a 7-foot medium heavy that I have one of the newest versions of the Ducket white ice. Don't get me wrong, I love that white ice as well. It's a really great rod. But I can't hardly tell a difference between that white ice and the rod that Damon built. It's an MHX blank. I put carbon fiber grips on it. I don't even remember what kind of eyes I put on it. Probably Fiji. I think I put Fiji eyes on it. And I mean, it's as light. It feels as good. Like, it's kind of typically a competition between the two to put what I'm going to put my favorite bait on, or what I know I'm catching them on that day, because I like them both so well. So, something to think about, and it's not going to cost you as much as what you're going to pay for it off the shelf.
No, and the other thing about a shelf rod is, it's built on an assembly line or a factory floor, you know, they grab the blanks out of the box and they lay them up on their jig and they start going away. You know, I at least take the time to spine every rod I build. So,
if you don't know what that means, Damon's best to tell you.
so spining a rod, every rod blank has a natural way the thing wants to bend. And when you put a rod together and you align everything with the spine of the rod, you're going to know it when you pick it up and fish it. It's going to feel good in your hand. Everything you do with it is going to feel right. So that's just one thing that custom rod, you know, somebody will do for you.
And that may be the difference in like my Ducket rod and the one he built me. It may just be that it's much more balanced than some of the other rods I've had in my hand. Because I've always had Ducket rods, and I've had the Micro Magics. I like them real well, but that rod I've had some of the newer Micro Magics, and it does not feel as good as the MHX he built me. The only rod that I have that feels as good as that is that White Ice, and it's a brand spanking new White Ice. So I mean it's light and everything, but
I don't know what the cost difference would be between a White Ice and like one I built either.
I don't think the White Ice. I don't remember how much the White Ice costs. $180, $190, something like that.
I mean, that's the, you know, that above anything is the lure to me for a custom rod is.
Well, and
you can get it down to, you know, if you don't like your handles very long, you know, you can, whatever handle length you want, whatever reel seat, whatever eyes you want, component, you know, you can get as detailed on them as you want. And color, I mean, the options are endless on a custom rod, so.
Yeah, I'm for them. I won't, I mean, not unless something's just on crazy sale at the store, I won't buy a rod from the store anymore. I will always call Damon and say, hey, I need a new rod, and I need it to do this. Well, I tell you what I've been doing as of lately is making a bunch of technique-specific rods. So like, you know, like jerkbait rod, and then I have a square bow rod, or then I have a rod specific for maybe a shaky head or a wacky rig. You know, just stuff like that. I've been having him build me technique-specific rods, and you know, like I said, so far I have liked them as much or more than anything I've ever bought before. So.
Plus, it gives me something to do in the wintertime.
And it gives Damon something to do.
Yeah, when I'm not fishing.
Yeah.